Welcome back to the channel. So I found this video we're going to react to. I kind of sped it up a little bit because I kind of want to get to the main points of it. And then I was going to give you my thoughts on it at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get into this.
Even as it relates to writing the book, I went through many, almost, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way, but not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting.
Now, briefly, that's one of the things they're claiming for Diddy right now. Something that he's been saying for years.
Saying,
posting, yeah. I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah, yes. They're selecting a jury.
But you were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago. I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Quick update. The trial actually has already started, and Kim Porter's name has already been brought up in the trial.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate and so on and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant, and something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected. And in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
You're blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on. It's unfortunate.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And the only reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing, It's it's just time to reveal the truth. I mean, it is what it is. I went through many, many years of scrutiny and being dragged face first on the concrete, being called delusional and things of that nature. When I said sex trafficking and all the things that I said, because my job was not, listen, I don't want to take down your business if that's what you're doing. Just stay out of my backyard. Stay out of what I'm doing. I'm focused. How did we start this, Kirk, from Mount Vernon, writing love songs, to a case, arguably bigger than OJ, in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. We're not supposed to be here. Like I said, there's no celebration in any of this.
Do you feel because you're not supposed to be here, that gives you the freedom to talk now? Because you survived?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Listen, my faith serves me so well. I'm in prayer every single day, multiple times a day, just saying, just let's get this right. And when you think about it, for me, I don't even wish him harm. I don't wish him, I don't want to be here. I would love for us to all be, riding in the sunset. We sold millions of records. We've affected the culture. We celebrated our genre of music that we came from, hip hop. This is supposed to be a celebration. This shouldn't be a national court case. So there's no anger with me. I don't produce anger, jealousy. That just doesn't come from me.
Listen, I can't wait to read the new memoir. It's called Do You Believe Me Now? It's out.
So I'll be sure. So I guess we shall find out if he testifies in this case. The case has already started. We're already into the first week of this case. Cassie has testified. A male sex worker has testified. And the security guard from the Intercontinental Hotel has testified. I think right now, Dawn Richards is on the stand. And come Monday, I think it's the defense time to start questioning her. So Albie Shore could be one of the people on the list to testify. We're not really sure. He says he is, but at this point, would you really be shocked? I mean, this case is going. It's hard to even judge how this case is going because, you're hearing the testimonies of the prosecution, and you almost kind of need Diddy to say his side or whatever, but that's actually what you have the lawyers for, so you don't get up there. But I mean, the heinous stories that Cassie has already told about the things she put up with in the relationship, and people have their opinions on the things that she said in her testimony. But the videos that we've seen, the pictures of the bruises and the scars, and obviously Diddy was a very violent man, and he has a record of, I'm not going to say a record, but he has a history of putting his hands on women and men. Diddy just has a history of violence. But quick backstory on Diddy and Albie Shore. Albie Shore and Kim Porter were married back in the late 80s. And then at one point they got a divorce and stayed good friends. After they got a divorce is when Diddy and Kim Porter started dating. And they dated on and off until, unfortunately, Kim Porter passed away. Albie Shore had a son with Kim Porter, who is Quincy Brown, who you always see with Diddy, but it's really Albie Shore and Kim Porter's son. And this case would be really, really interesting if Kim Porter was still here, rest in peace, to give her story. But unfortunately, he has enough people coming forward as it is. They've already said that they're bringing one of his co-conspirators up right after Dawn Richards. So everybody was asking, well, where's everybody else that got indicted? Here's one of them. He's about to come up and tell his story. So that's just a quick update I wanted to react to about this whole case, this whole situation. So if you like the content, please hit the like button. I'm definitely going to be dropping more content, more reaction videos coming up. No more taking long time hiatus. So we're going to get back to doing content, and it's going to be really good. So if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And if you have anything you would like to say, feel free to go ahead and hit the comments.